let's jump into a movie film review. So last night, I watched a film. Some would even say a movie film. Now, before I jump into it and throw it on the screen and tell you what movie I watched, motherfucker, you gotta watch my other reviews of the other films in this series. Because needless to say, this movie sucked. I'm not gonna lie. I watched Alien 3. I thought this movie was horrible. Like, I'm not, and I don't say that lightly. I like a lot of bad movies. A lot of bad movies, I love them, right? I just, I reviewed Birdemic. I would rather you watch Birdemic than Alien 3. I didn't know. I didn't know. Like, people had told me that Alien 3 is not as good as Aliens. I didn't know that this is what they meant. I did not know that. So anyway, Alien 3, I have so much to say that's offensive to this movie. But I'm going to start by saying that, one, killing off the two main characters from the previous film, horrible decision. 3, the premise of like it being an all-male like prison colony, horrible decision. The idea of there being one alien as opposed to aliens, similar to the first movie, great decision. I loved that. The CG, oh my god, the CGI in this movie. Like, again, I watched Birdemic yesterday. Birdemic has, I'm not even joking, better CG than Alien 3. The CG in Alien 3, like, again, and I don't mind it. Like, Terminator 2, released in the same year as Alien 3. Terminator 2 has really bad CG in it. But, like, it's very rare that it's used. And when it's used, it's in, like, a kind of really cool way. So, like, it's something they really couldn't do with a practical effect, right? Whereas, like, the CG in Alien 3 is shit that they could have done with practical effects, but they were lazy and chose not to, right? So, again, that's the thing. Like, Terminator 2, bad CG, but they use it sparingly, and that makes it look good. Alien 3, horrible CG, and it's everywhere. It's everywhere. I just got to be honest. The actors in this movie are good, right? Sigourney Weaver, good in her role. But the characters and the writing are horrible. The characters are horrible. Like, Ripley in this movie is horrible, right? Like, all the characters are terrible. They're just garbage, right? The writing is garbage. Why is this movie even a real thing? I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Now, again, I've never seen the Alien movies before this year. I saw Alien for the first time a couple months ago. I watched Aliens like a couple nights ago. I loved it. I was so into it. So I jumped into this movie thinking, like, even if they can't, like, it's hard to capture lightning in a bottle 2 times. They did that already. So but like, Jesus Christ, like, wow. Like, this is a movie, I really honestly have not seen a movie in a long time that genuinely made me, like, just angry. And Alien 3 really did genuinely make me angry. Like, this movie is terrible. Like, it really is terrible. Like, it's so bad. Like, and again, let me describe why it's bad. Now, it's not just the CG, right? It's not just the CG, which is horrible. Like, again, like, the CG is so bad that it's almost good. But, like, the thing is, like, you can tell they're really trying hard to make it look good, and they're failing. Like, they get a 0, they get a negative 10 out of 10. Like, that's how bad they failed. But, like, the thing about it is, like, the movie has no good parts to it. There's no good parts. The only good parts to this movie are a couple action scenes where, like, I like the end when Sigourney Weaver kills herself. That's good. I like when the guy, like, gets blown into the fan. I like that. I like one of the best scenes in this movie, it doesn't even involve the alien. It's when some of the male prisoners are trying to rape Ripley, and then, like, one of the other guys beats the fucking shit out of them and kills them with a crowbar, and then there's, like, little, like, bits of brain on the crowbar. That was cool. And, like, but, like, overall, I gotta say, this movie is horrible. Like, again, and I say this, I love a lot of bad movies. I just want to say my tolerance for bad movies is extremely high. In fact, I would even say I love bad movies. I think bad movies are fun to watch, but Alien 3 it's not just a bad movie, it's just a horrible movie. Like, and again, I don't want to be, I hate coming on here and doing negative movie reviews. Like, but I'm trying to think, like, what's good about this movie? What is good about this movie? I don't know. I don't know. The alien doesn't look scary. Even the practical effects, like the puppets, are way lesser quality than the first two movies, right? But then the CG is just so bad, right? So every fight with the alien, right? Like, have you seen Alien 3? Like, did I watch, like, a bootlegged version? You know what I mean? Like, I swear to God, there's no way that they released a movie that actually looked like this, right? Because you have the alien, the effect, the practical puppet or whatever it is, who's like a dark green and black alien. But then the CG is like a bright green alien. So, like, throughout the movie, the alien is changing colors. And at first I thought, is it multiple aliens? And then I realized, no, it's just one alien, right? That's the meme with Alien 3, is they go back to one alien. Because at first I was like, there's no way that that's the same one. There's no way that they made the CG look that bad. There's no way that they would do that. Did anyone see this? Did anyone like, was there any quality control at all? Like, any quality control at all? I didn't see it. I didn't see any, right? The alien, when it's CG, is green, and it looks so bad, and there's so many scenes where, like, the CG phases on top of things that, like, you know, like, where it goes through a door, but, like, it doesn't tie up the doorway correctly, and then it just, oh my God, it's horrible, it's horrible. If you have seen Alien 3, like, did I miss something? Like, did I watch the wrong version of this? Is there, like, a director's cut or something that, like, makes this movie good? Is there, like, a version that fixes the CG? I don't know, but wow, this is a terrible fucking movie. A terrible fucking movie. And again, Sigourney Weaver, as good as she is as Ripley, couldn't save this fucking movie, man. Holy fuck. Like, the writing, the story itself, the premise of the story, already terrible, right? The idea of killing off the main characters, right? And then, like, you know, it's just the male-only prison planet, and then rape is, like, a fucking like, the major part of this film is everyone telling Sigourney Weaver, don't leave the fucking room because they're gonna rape you. That's like the whole first half of this movie, is these motherfuckers are gonna rape the shit out of you. By the way, they're gonna rape you. By the way, don't go over there because then those guys are gonna rape you. Did you know that the prisoners are gonna want to rape you? And then they do want to rape her, right? And she almost gets raped, and then the alien comes and fucks people up, and then it's like, I don't even care about the alien fucking people up because they're all rapists. Maybe some are good people, I'm not sure, but like, Jesus fucking Christ, this movie is so bad. It really is so bad. It really is. I mean, I'm gonna be honest again. Like, I like bad movies. Like, I need you to understand this about me. I love bad movies. Maybe I'll watch Alien 3 again in the future, right? And going in knowing how bad it is, maybe I'd find a way to enjoy it. But, like, Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, like, again, this is a horror. Like, we're talking, like, negative 10 out of 10 energy. This might be like one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Like, it's really fucking bad. Like even on like a technical sense, it's bad. The writing, bad. The acting is the best part of this film, right? And it's still bad. Like, Sigourney Weaver is the best character when it comes to the acting. The rest of them, like, they play way too serious. Like, the way that it cuts the dialogue is strange. And again, the writing is so bad that the acting suffers as a result. Like, again, just the scenes with the alien crawling on the ceiling and it's bright-ass green, right? And then the camera changes over to the character and they go like, whoa! And then it's a black alien. Like, they really didn't fucking make the alien CG the same color as the puppet. I can't. That had to be on purpose. They had to be trolling. Like, if the people that made Alien 3 want to come out and say, yes, we were trolling, we did this all as a joke, you know what I mean? Like, I would be in. I'd be in. If this was a joke, if I knew that they had done this as a joke, I'm all in, because that's funny as hell. But as far as I'm aware, this is not a joke. How the fuck? Tell me this. Tell me this. How the fuck? It's literally, like, I can fix the CG in MS Paint, right? Just change the color from bright-ass green, like, to whatever the alien puppet. Like, why is it two different colors? Why are they so fucking different colors? Why? Who came up with this? Like, fuck! Now, again, I will say this much. After Aliens, the best part of this movie is the core concept of after Aliens and you have the colonial marines with the guns and the flamethrowers going back to the Alien 1 style where they all have no guns, right? In Alien 1 they still had guns a little bit, but this one they have no guns because it's a prison planet or a colony, whatever it is, right? And so they have no guns, no weapons of any kind. I like that. That is the only good part of this movie from a concept standpoint, right? The whole, like, the first hour being like, you're gonna get raped over and over again. Like, how many fucking times do I need to hear that, like, yes, prisoners want to rape Sigourney Weaver? I understand. Does every character need to say this over and over and over again? Does there need to be an explicit rape scene? I don't really know. Why is that in the movie? I have no fucking idea. Like, this fight, and an alien is in the dog. An alien's in the dog. Okay, I mean, sure, I'm open to the idea that an alien could go inside the dog, but where did the alien come from? Did the alien come from, like, Newt or something, and then it came out of, like, what? I don't, like, I really just, the story makes no fucking sense. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's really bad. Right? And then you've got, like, the camera effects. Like, there's some cool stuff where, like, the screen is twisting around, right? Like, you know, when it shows, like, the alien running on the ceiling, so, like, you see the alien's perspective, but then it shows you the alien, and it's this bright green mess, and then it switches to the puppet, which is a dark green and black mess, and it's just, like, even the puppet itself, like, that's the best part of the movie, the practical puppet, but even that is horrible. Like, why didn't they just use the same one from the first movie? I don't fucking know. But, like, Jesus fuck, man, I have not seen a movie this bad in a long time, and I tell you this, having seen this movie 22 hours after watching Birdemic. Now, again, Birdemic, you gotta watch Birdemic. I just want to spend this Alien 3 review in summary by saying, if you didn't watch Birdemic last night, watch it now. That being said, I watched Birdemic, then I watched Alien 3, and I can tell you, for a matter of fact, Alien 3 is the significantly worse film. Like, Birdemic is, like, we're talking, like, 30, 80, 200 times better than Alien 3. We're talking about, like, not even in the same fucking universe. We're talking about, like, hyperdimensional, like, levels of a gap, a power gap between Alien 3 and Birdemic. And that doesn't even mention between Alien and Aliens versus, like, that's a drop off, man. Like, that, holy shit. Now, again, Alien, amazing movie, magnificent, flawless. Aliens, almost like the same. It's probably even, in some ways, it's better. It's so good. How the fuck did they do that twice? You're telling me they made a masterpiece 2 times in a row? But then to go from that to fucking Alien 3, fuck me. Fuck. Wow. Like, if I could go back in time, I mean, needless to say, we wouldn't be sitting here watching me review Alien 3 right now if I had a time machine, because this shit would not be a thing. Like, fuck me. It's so bad. It really is. And again, the poster, 3 times the suspense. Really? Like, I know it's Alien 3, so they want to play with the fucking 3 on the poster, but 3 times the suspense? And then also compared to what? Alien or Aliens? Because Aliens had a lot more suspense than Alien, because we already knew about the alien, and then they spent so long until we saw the alien, versus when in Alien we didn't really know what the alien was, so the suspense, but I don't know, you can make an argument. But is it 3 times the suspense of Alien or Aliens, or both combined? Because either way, that's not true. 3 times the danger. Really? Compared to Aliens? I mean, there were like 1,000 aliens. There was like a queen alien in Aliens. This one, there's just one fucking alien. 3 times the danger, my asshole. Maybe unless you count, like, the fact that Sigourney Weaver is at threat of being raped every fucking second of the first half of this movie. Maybe that's the danger. That's more dangerous than the fucking alien, as far as I'm concerned. 3 times the terror? I mean, really? 3 times the terror? Like, most of this movie looked like a really bad, like, skateboarding, like, montage, like a music video. Like, it just looked really bad. Like, if you would have told me Alien 3 was like an independent film and like a bunch of fans of the first movies made this, and this is like a student art project, like 10 people in like college class or whatever, like, oh man, we got like $5,000, let's make an Alien 3. If you would have told me that, I'd be like, okay, this movie's not that bad. But you're telling me this was released by a major studio? Is this a fucking joke? And I know I'm a little late to the party here. I've only seen Alien and Aliens recently. I saw Aliens the other day, like 4 days ago. I don't even know. Right, so I know I'm a little late to the party. I know a lot of people have probably already told you how bad this movie is, and I'm sure many people have talked about it, but Jesus fucking Christ. Holy fuck, this movie is terrible. It is so bad. And again, a lot of the times when I say it's so bad, I say it's so bad it's good, but not in Alien 3's way. This is terrible. I mean, and it's very... Watch my reviews. I get criticized for always saying nice things about movies, but I cannot think of a nice thing to say about this movie. I can't. The special effects horrible, the acting horrible, the writing horrible, the premise horrible, the effects horrible, the CG horrible, like the story horrible, right? Like just it's just horrible. It's a horrible movie. The only good part is when Sigourney Weaver was about to be raped and then that guy was bashing the motherfucker's brains out with the crowbar. That was the best part of the movie. The best kill in this movie isn't even the alien. It's a prisoner killing another prisoner for trying to rape the main character. That's the best kill of this movie. I know I'm leaking mucus out of my nose. Just bear with me here. That's the best kill of the movie. Like at that point, I'm thinking, whoa, is this like some Michael Myers shit? There's brains on the crowbar. That's a good effect. That's way better than any other part of the movie. And it's not even the alien that did that. Like, I mean, like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, fuck. Wow. I'm shocked. I haven't seen a movie this bad in a long time. So anyway, that's Alien 3. I think I've said everything that needs to be said about that movie. I'm open to watching it in the future, like going in knowing it's bad. Maybe I'd find more enjoyment out of it. I don't know. But and again, I thought it might be bad, and once I realized how bad this movie was, I still didn't get any enjoy. I don't know, man. It's just a terrible movie. Anyway, that's all I have to say about Alien 3. Jesus fucking goddamn Christ. But anyway, watch Birdemic. So that's all I'm going to say 2 days in a row. Watch Birdemic. That's, in summary, my conclusion for the Alien 3 review is watch Birdemic. So there you go.